birds sweet and high. Whoop, Mr. Motorama coffee spot.
Welcome to Fueled by Death Show. Hey, it's not just a podcast anymore. Get ready, the show's about to begin.
Ha! Forgot to turn off that one. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fueled by Death Show. And happy October.
Happy October.
Yeah. In case you noticed or didn't notice, this is not Shannon. Shannon is in Ireland this week on a much-needed vacation.
Yep.
And you are so wonderful for filling in because Chelsea here is feeling a little under the weather.
Yeah, so I'm sorry if I cough or make gross, sick, snotty noises at any point in the show. It is not intentional. It is not because of Jeff. It's because I have a little something going on, but I'm going to power through. And Shannon, if you're watching, we miss you, and we hope you're having a flippin' fantastic time.
Or you can just stay in Ireland.
No, come home. Bring us back.
Miss Shannon.
Bring us whiskey.
Yes, bring us Guinness, bring us whiskey. And thank you guys all for tuning in right now over on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch. And I guess if you've never tuned in before, I am the Incredible Jeff, and we did have a nickname for you.
We went with Captain Chelsea for a while.
Captain
We had other people
Chelsea.
kind of coming in, phoning in with some other good nicknames. I feel like there's a stronger alliteration somewhere that we can find. So if you guys have any cool nicknames, I mean, mother content, let's be real.
That's great.
That's a good one. Shannon has a really good corner on nicknames right now. But if you guys think of anything that you think might be suitable, let's hear them in the comments.
I do like Captain Chelsea, though. It reminds me of Captain Marvel. You're kind of our superhero around the office, so it definitely, I think it fits. Speaking of fits, one thing that we do and we fit into the show, if you like that segue, every single show, is we give away a mug. And now that we're simulcast on all three platforms, we're giving away a mug on all three platforms. And it's the same mug. It is a witch mug. It's our Good Witch mug, actually. It's from Christmas at this point.
Last holiday mug, yeah.
We did a set. We did a Good Witch and a Bad Witch. And I thought as the first show of October, we start with the Good Witch.
There you go.
And maybe
That's
later
what you're doing
on we'll
here.
do the Bad Witch.
I like the color
as
on the
well.
Bad Witch one, too. That's like a nice
Yeah.
color.
Yeah, so each platform has a chance to win this mug. And all you got to do is drop a comment in those comments and join the conversation. One lucky comment will be picked to win the mug on each platform. Now, on Twitch and on Facebook, we're going to pick it right after the stream is over. So on Facebook, like normal, we'll tag your name and we'll say that you won. And all you got to do is DM Death Wish Coffee on Facebook with your details. Over on Twitch, same thing happens. But if you're new to Twitch, you want to look for, at the bottom of your screen, looks like a little cartoon word bubble. And that's called a whisper. And that's what I'm going to try to contact you on if you're the winner. And you can then DM me back with your information. Now, on YouTube does not work like that, unfortunately. YouTube, the stream basically takes a full day to then repopulate with all of your awesome comments. Yep. So we're going to pick a winner right before the end of the show, and we're going to announce your name live on the show is the last thing we do. So the winner on YouTube will know before we sign off. The other two will not. Yeah. And again, all you got to do is drop a comment, join the conversation, and also on any of those platforms, if you can, share the live, like the live, let other people know that you're watching the live because we love doing these every week, and I love bringing you all this cool stuff as well. And everything we do here would be nothing without the voice of death himself, Brock Powell. Did you guys check out our Halloween mug reveal with Brock Powell, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? He crushed it.
That was so good. That
so
really
good.
Got me in the fall mood, got me in the Halloween spirit, got me thinking about what the hell I'm going to be for Halloween this year. But that was like, oh, yeah, spooky time. It's here.
Yes.
I loved it.
I loved it, too. We'll play that a little bit later as well. The mother of content is in the comments right now. So it's a perfect
Oh,
time
no.
to throw out her discount code for everybody watching right now. If you use Mother of Content, all one word, you'll get 12% off at deathwishcoffee.com. That is all of our coffee, all of our merchandise, which
Damn,
we've got
that's a
some.
huge.
We've got some. Shush! Don't let anyone else know that it's a
Just
huge
saying.
one.
Pretty big one.
It is a big one, and that's because I love all of you guys out there, and I want you to save some money on the coffee and the merchandise. We have some brand new merchandise coming down the pike, and some new coffee too. If you tuned in
Yeah,
last
we
week, you
do.
saw the first look at our instant coffee, which will be available for purchase very, very soon.
So excited for that.
I did see some good Chelsea-isms in the comments already over on Twitch. Henrik, the Danish Viking, said Catwoman
I like it.
Chelsea.
We
And Twitch in for Coffee said Chelsea the archaeologist. I kind of like that one, too. You can go back and check out our podcast episode with AVAR and Dr. Stephen Humphreys. It was an incredible episode all about archaeology. And I've never seen Chelsea more excited
Oh
to
my
find a
God.
nail buried in the ground.
It was the coolest. Like that's a deathbed memory. Whenever I die, that's the last thing I'm gonna think about is holding up a nail and telling Jeff, I found a nail.
It was pretty. It was pretty amazing.
And I nerded out so hard on that.
It was.
It was from the
it was-
Revolutionary War.
Yeah, it was from the
You
Revolutionary
know, I used to
War.
like try to dig things up from my backyard. All I got was like pebbles or like bottle caps from my dad's beer, not like revolutionary nails.
100%. You see it at the bottom of the screen. Follow at Fueled by Deathcast across all social media and also wherever you want to follow podcasts. That's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Music, or in full video on the Death Wish Coffee Company YouTube page, which you're on if you're watching us on YouTube Live. And you won't miss a single new episode, like the episode where Chelsea was an archaeologist. It was pretty rad. We have a ton of fun stuff to
Hurricane
do
Chelsea.
tonight, including some new merchandise that you may have seen already, but we're going to really dive into it. A new release coming out tomorrow that we're going to talk about. Plus, tomorrow's brand new podcast episode, we feature another employee here at Death Wish, which is really great. This week's Death Star of the Week. But first and foremost, let's jump into science. I've got a really meaty science episode with two amazing pieces of content that I found.
Yeah.
I was really excited to tell you guys about. So here's that.
Science!
Welcome to Science this week, everybody. First up, let's talk about black holes. Black holes are incredibly hard to wrap your brain around. They basically warp the fabric of space and time to a point where no light can escape them. So, as I said, it's kind of difficult to even imagine what exactly a black hole is. We've all heard about how they light up as they feed on energy and stars and stuff, and how some of them are surrounded by this like clumpy donut of matter. But still, we really don't have a good handle on it up until very, very recently. In fact, the first ever description of a black hole was in 1916 by Carl Schwarzschild, and that was just figuring out Einstein's general theory of relativity and kind of postulating what that would be as a black hole. It wasn't until 1958 when David Finkelstein actually came up with the idea of something that nothing can escape from. No light can escape from a black hole. And that was what fueled every iteration since in science fiction and everything we had up until very, very recently actually being able to document these things. Now, NASA has just came out with a brand new visualization of the black hole, which illustrates how its gravity distorts our view, warping its surroundings as if seen in a carnival mirror almost. The visualization simulates the appearance of a black hole where the infalling matter has collected into a thin, hot structure called an accretion disk. The black hole extremes gravity skews light emitted by different regions of the disk, producing the misshapen appearance. Bright knots constantly form and dissipate in the disk as magnetic fields wind and twist through the churning gas, as you're seeing in this representation, basically, that NASA has put together. Nearest the black hole, the gas orbits at close to the speed of light, while the outer portions spin a bit more slowly. Now, actually, this means that because we've observed the way that light and time work at a black hole, if you could skim the outer rim of a black hole and survive, you technically would be time traveling, because you would be able to be a few seconds either before or behind the point of reference that you want to be, which is also mind-bending and maddening. And this image from NASA actually breaks it down even farther, starting in the center there with the black hole shadow, which is roughly twice the size of the event horizon, which is the black hole's point of no return. This is formed by all of the gravitational lensing and capturing of the light rays. And then a little bit outer from that is the photon ring, that first ring of light. And it's composed of multiple distorted images of the disk. The light making up these images has orbited the black hole 2, 3, or maybe even more times before escaping to us. They become thinner and fainter closer to the black hole. Then above that is the Doppler beaming. Light from glowing gas in the accretion disk is brighter on the side where the material is moving toward us, and then fainter on the side when it's moving away from us, like we were describing before. And then if you see on the underside, light rays from beneath the far side of the disk are gravitationally lensed to produce this part of the image. And then the image of the disk's far side is the gravitational field alters the path of light from the far side of the disk to produce that image. And then that accretion disk, the outer ring there, is the hot, thin, rotating disk formed by matter slowly spiraling towards the black hole, which is crazy. Now, again, closest to that black hole is that gravitational light bending that becomes so excessive we can see the underside of the disk as that bright ring of light. This, as they called it, that photon ring, is actually comprised of multiple rings, which grow fainter and fainter and thinner as they circle the black hole and get closer. And that's what's so amazing about this, is that we're just learning this stuff. We're just learning this. The photon ring looks nearly circular and identical from any viewing angle because of the way we're visualizing this in a sphere. What's really important about all of this is the fact that there's vindication for a lot of science fiction now. In fact, one of my favorite movies to come out in the last decade, let's say, about space is the movie Interstellar. And if you missed Christopher Nolan's love letter to space, basically, it was quite the roller coaster of a movie. Now, regardless of the twists and turns that the plot makes in this movie, one of the things it was lauded for was its depiction of space, because Matthew McConaughey's character goes to regions of space we can only theorize. We've never been there. Obviously, we've never seen them. So they did a lot of, Hollywood trickery to make us feel like we're in other worlds and in other parts of the universe. Yet what's incredible is the film actually resulted in publishing a real physics paper that appeared in scientific journals. And now that you've seen this actual image that NASA's created depicting what we now know to be the way a black hole and this type of celestial body works in the universe, I can show you a little bit from the movie Interstellar and just how much they got it right. I mean, look at this. It looks almost identical to what we're seeing from NASA in these few scenes. And that's what's so cool, is when, Hollywood does their homework. That's why sometimes movies are really, really awesome. Jeremy Shintman, who generated these gorgeous images using custom software at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland, said, "Simulations in movies like these really help us visualize what Einstein meant when he said that gravity warps the fabric of space and time. Until very recently, these visualizations were limited to our imagination and computer programs. I never thought that it would be possible to see a real black hole." Now, if you remember, and we talked about it on this very show, back in April of this year, the Event Horizon Telescope team actually released the first ever image of a black hole, actually its shadow, using radio observations at the heart of galaxy M87. Now, TESS, the satellite that is out there scanning the sky for exoplanets and new worlds, is has found something else out about black holes very, very recently, just this year as well. Now, Tess is scanning a area in the sky that is 400 times larger than Kepler ever observed, using and including 200,000 of that patch of sky's brightest stars. Over the course of the next 2 years, Tess is going to take all of its cameras on board into different sectors of the sky to really map out as much of the universe as we've ever done. And as part of that mission, for the very first time, Tess stumbled upon a star being shredded to bits by a supermassive black hole. The black hole responsible for this event likely weighs about 6 million times the mass of our sun. That is incredibly giant. And it's positioned at the center of a faraway galaxy located 375 million light years away in the constellation Volans. Now, the star that it's eating was probably the size of our sun. And when stars wander too close to a black hole, they can't escape the black hole's gravity and get pulled apart. Some of the material is then shot out into space, and the rest makes for quite the meal for the black hole, which pulls the material into its accretion disk made of gas. This entire event is called a TDE, or a tidal disruption event. These events are so rare. They only happen about every 10,000 to 100,000 years in galaxies as large as our own Milky Way and larger. And observing them is extremely difficult. But NASA talks a little bit more about that in this video from Goddard right here.
On January 21st, 2019, for the very first time, NASA's Tess saw a black hole destroy a star. This was a tidal disruption event, which occurs when a star passes too close to a black hole. Extreme gravity causes the star to bulge and break apart into a stream of gas. The tail of the stream escapes into space, but the rest swings around to form an accretion disk. This event, called Assassin 19BT for the All-Sky Automated Survey for Supernovae, which first identified it, happened in the Tess Continuous Viewing Zone. Tess's 4 cameras scan large sectors of the sky, and one constantly monitored this region for a full year. Tess saw Assassin 19BT as soon as it started to brighten, days before other observatories spotted it. NASA's SWIFT satellite quickly observed the outburst in visible light, UV, and, along with the European XMM Newton satellite, X-rays. The UV measurements are the earliest recorded for a tidal disruption to date. They showed the event's temperature dropped almost 50% in just a few days. Such a steep decrease has never been seen in a tidal disruption before. These outbursts are rare, happening only once every 10,000 to 100,000 years in a galaxy like our own. Future discoveries will help us learn even more about these uncommon cosmic blasts.
The more we learn about black holes, the more we learn about the universe itself, because that is one of the most elusive things out there that we know exists. We just don't know enough about it, but we're learning more all the time thanks to all of the efforts in space and space exploration. But let's go back to Earth. And there's something I want to talk about that I just found. It's been out for a while now, but I'm really, really excited about this, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I love marine life. I used to, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a marine biologist. I love seals and turtles and sharks and dolphins and whales and all that kind of stuff. And recently, a buddy of mine was saying, you know, we live in a world now where we tag these animals with like radio tags and stuff like that. And there should be an app designed to be able to follow all of that stuff, which I laughed and said I actually follow a couple sharks on Twitter because I follow their tags on Twitter, which is kind of fun. But I thought about it and I was like, there's got to be something out there. And there is. It's called OCearch, OCEARCH. OCearch is a data-centric organization built to help scientists record previously unattainable data in the ocean. Their mission is to accelerate the ocean's return to balance and abundance through fearless innovations in scientific research, education, outreach, and policy using unique collaborations of individuals and organizations in the U.S. and abroad. And there's a very fun video that really explains a lot more what they're about and that app right here.
OSearch is a data-centric organization. It's an enterprise we built to help scientists collect previously unobtainable data in the ocean to help move the system toward abundance. What we're simply trying to do is learn what's never been learned before at a rate that's never been achieved. And the only way to do that is to enable big collaborative teams. That's why we have many different scientists from many different institutions, all with different disciplines, maximizing the leap forward in knowledge on every single animal we touch. And integrated into a STEM educational curriculum, it's about total inclusion at every level. Exploration in the now, science in the now, education in the now.
So cool, and you can go to osearch.org or download the app on your smartphone, and it's pretty fun to play with. OSearch conducts research expeditions aboard the MV OSearch, which basically serves at its at-sea laboratory. The MV OSearch contains a 75,000-pound capacity hydraulic platform designed to safely lift marine animals out of the ocean for access by a multidisciplined research team. Animals are caught from tenders using hand lines and are guided by hand in the water on and off the lift. The animals are then brought to the submerged platform of the MV OSearch vessel, and the platform is then raised. Once the animals are restrained and hoses of waters have been set to enable a continuous flow of fresh seawater over their gills, the science team, made up of researchers and veterinarians, begins its process. Tags such as the spot tag, acoustic tags, accelerometers, and more are attached and recorded, and then samples such as blood and tissue are collected. OSearch has carefully crafted its procedures to minimize stress and risk to the sharks and other animals during research expeditions. From the capture to the release, the tagging, handling, and sampling procedures follow established protocols by Institutional Animal Care and Use Committees, or IACUC, of participating institutions. So I wanted to take a second and just walk you through the site. This is the actual site, not the app, but you can download the app, and it's really cool. So right now it's set up on sharks, and these are all the sharks on the eastern seaboard, and some turtles you can see there. It's really cool. You can zoom in, manipulate it around, and as you can see, where I am off the coast of New York and Connecticut and Massachusetts, there's a shark right here named Pico. And you can click on Pico if you'd like, and it brings you up where its first ping was, March 27th, 2018, and how much it's traveled so many times down to Mexico and back up to off the coast of New York here. You can view its travel log over here by month, by week, by year, specific dates. It's a adult male, 181-pound mako shark, 7 foot 5 inches, and there's a photo of Pico right here. It's really cool to be able to see that, track it. You can favorite your favorite animals. You can close that track and see more stuff. As you can see, there's a whale over here. Gale the whale is a pilot whale off the coast of North Carolina right now, who is a subadult, a pilot whale, female, 10 feet, 745 pounds. You can see over the last year, this whale has been tracked going from Florida and up to Virginia. And that's what's so cool about something like this site. You can check out all of their programs, which include their science programs and their educational programs, watch videos and interactive maps like of sharks, of the different tags that they put on the sharks, and the different expeditions that they've done. It's really, really cool. And on top of this is a completely nonprofit organization. So, of course, if this is something that you really like, you can donate to this as well and not only help out OSearch, but also their STEM learning program as well, which is really, really cool. So, again, if you're interested, I definitely recommend checking out osearch.org or downloading the app. And if you have kids out there or you're a teacher, look into some of the STEM programs because all kids can get involved, and it's really cool. Again, when I was a kid, all I wanted to do was be a marine biologist. First, I wanted to be a paleontologist. Then I wanted to be a marine biologist. Neither of those came to fruition because there was way too much math and science involved. But it's really, really interesting for the next generation and also this generation because they're working very hard to learn more about these animals and how they interact with the ocean and how we also interact with the ocean, and hopefully not only make the ocean a better, more sustainable place, but therefore the earth as well. Super cool. I can't believe I just found out about OSearch because everybody that I've told this and I was all excited about was like, oh yeah, I've known about this, but I know a lot of you guys were just finding out about it too, so that's really cool. Like I said, I always wanted to be a marine biologist when I was a kid, and if you guys have kids, OSearch does so much with the STEM program. There are programs that you can get your kids involved in. There's programs you can get your schools involved in, and I did see some comments about people that were worried about, tracking these animals like dolphins and seals and turtles and stuff like that. Will it make hunters be able to be more aware of them? Actually, OSearch does a lot to counteract that. There's so much more on that website that I didn't even dive into. And I even brought this up to you, and you had already heard about this. We're following a couple sharks, right?
Yeah. I'm from Long Island originally, and a few months ago, I believe it was a great white. I could be wrong. Went into the Sound, and we got pretty close to New York City, and it was like all over Twitter, and like it started like posting about, gonna go to the Big Apple. So I got a deep dive into Oshash, and just seeing what creatures I can find out just like in the middle of nowhere, just swimming around, looking for food, looking for a boyfriend, girlfriend, nothing too committal, just like, looking at sea animals. And it's cool, and I love the work that they do. And I love Charlene Gibson's comment, I can't wait to show my aquatic obsessed child this. I was an aquatic obsessed child growing up, so like knowing that this exists as a 28-year-old woman, oh man, it is cool.
Yeah. Charlene over on YouTube. And by the way, if you guys are watching either on YouTube or Twitch or on Facebook, we're giving away a mug. One of the mugs that you see right in front of you, it's the Good Witch mug. It's our yellow Good Witch mug from last year. All you got to do is drop a comment. One lucky comment will win this mug on each platform. Over on Facebook and on Twitch, you'll be notified as soon as we sign off. But on YouTube, we'll call your name out right before we sign off because that's the easiest way to do it. Yep. And then you're just going to want to hit up either Death Wish Coffee or Fueled by Deathcast on any social media. You see it right at the bottom of the screen right here. If you win over on YouTube, and then you'll be able to give us your information, and we'll get there. I do want to mention some comments. First of all, I did see a comment on Facebook. I just missed who it was, but I was going to bring this up, that we should tag Zach's shark. Sharky.
Oh my gosh, Sharky. I love those
Zach
videos.
Wild has his Sharky out. We'll know where it is, right? We should get OSearch involved to tag Zach Wild Shark. I think that's a great idea.
It is.
I also saw a comment over on Facebook about my shirt. I wore this shirt because Chelsea was filling in today, and she's a giant Doctor Who fan.
Yes.
But my shirt is a timeline of basically interstellar and space vehicles. It starts with the TARDIS, goes to the Millennium Falcon from a long, long time ago. Then the ship from Battlestar Galactica.
Yep.
And then the actual Saturn V rocket, and also the rocket from 2001 Space Odyssey. And then the space shuttle. And then, that's the Saturn V. That's the 2001 Space Odyssey. Then, of course, the Enterprise. And then back to the TARDIS, because the TARDIS is infinite, and it exists out of time and space.
I need a new TARDIS shirt or any type of new Doctor Who shirt. I outgrew mine, and if anyone has a good Doctor Who shirt, feel free to send it to me.
There you go.
Maybe there'll be some coffee in your future.
But yeah, I really did want to tell you guys all about O-Search. I do love sharks and all marine animals. Speaking of sharks, there's some sort of season where there's a team there's sharks that maybe we'll talk about
There's like
later.
a whole week, I feel
Yeah, I
like, that
think
the
so.
world celebrates in, the name of sharks.
Yeah. Over on Facebook, I did see a comment. Ryan Smith, you said, do you remember this show, Street Sharks? You're damn right. It was Jawsome. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to YouTube and look up Street Sharks and the theme song
The
to that.
sharks with the arms?
It's the sharks with the muscle
Wasn't
arms.
about
and they
it.
would high five and say Jawsome. It was amazing. Over on Twitch, Shredderba, you coined the term Space Ghost Roast to Roast. I want to make this happen. I'm going to call Adult Swim later and really, 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 really make that happen. And over on YouTube, I did see this comment, but I saw this comment from so many people. Over on YouTube, Michael McManus, you said that you love the show and love the science segment. And I saw that go flying across the screen from all the different platforms. And it really makes me feel great because I love doing that segment every week. And I love that you guys are digging it as well. Finally, I don't know if you're still in the comments there, Sean Lynch over on Facebook, but we were talking about black holes. How cool was that with the black holes?
Oh my God, that was wild.
So cool.
It was
right?
beautiful. Yeah, for sure.
Sean, you were saying that you work at the Science Foundation and you had a hand in getting that first ever photo of the black hole. That's so cool. That is so cool.
Yeah.
And
thanks for tuning into this.
We're science friends now because that's super rad.
The truest friendship.
Yeah, super rad. So every single week, I like to highlight one of you out there who loves Death Wish coffee, and we get to connect on our mutual love of the world's strongest coffee and all the cool stuff that we get to do together. And if you'd like to be a Death Star of the Week, it's really easy to do. All you got to do is hit up at Fueled by Deathcast, either on Twitch, either on Twitter, Facebook, or oh my gosh,
You got this.
or
Take a breath.
Instagram.
Get your
There's
shit together.
So many platforms.
You can easily, we're out there. We're on all the platforms. You can contact us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Fueled by Deathcast, link right at the bottom of the page. There we go. Go to deathwishcoffee.com. Just go give us a call. Talk to our awesome customer service. You got Kaden, you got Christine, you got Michael.
You're right.
Oh,
You're good.
what's
Good for
happening?
you. I don't know. We're losing our
There's
minds.
not enough oxygen going to my brain, I think.
So, if you want to be a Death Star of the Week, it takes 10 minutes of your time. We'll record, and you get a mug for it as well.
Thank you,
And
Ryan.
I get to actually highlight one of you every single week. This week is no different. So if you never met Stacey Hollister, you're going to meet her right now.
Good. It is a fully operational Death Star of the Week.
Stacey, thank you so much for joining me on the Death Star segment, and I got to start it like I always do. How did you first hear about Death Wish Coffee, either the coffee or the company? Like, do you remember the year it was?
It was right before the Super Bowl, probably the year before the Super Bowl, because I had collected your first mug. It was just a pretty generic mug back then. But I loved the logo, and it stuck me to it. And then when I find out you guys are going Super Bowl and we would be big time, then I really got into the collecting. So
Awesome. That's great. So you've been seeing us do a lot of stuff, which is rad. Before you discovered the company and the coffee, were you a big coffee drinker?
No, actually not. Actually not.
We brought you to the dark side.
I did. You converted me.
All right.
I love the dark side.
That's excellent. So now that you are a coffee drinker, what is your go-to brewing method?
I have an espresso machine, and I just got a Chemex.
Nice.
And a coffee sock, so I'm really psyched.
Nice. That's some good stuff right there. That's awesome. Yeah, I wish I had an espresso machine. One day I'm going to have one.
Well, I sort of treated myself to that one. It was a big cost, but I didn't have to finance. I was like, you know what? I needed a treat.
Sometimes you gotta.
I had to indulge. I had lost both my parents, and I got a little tiny chunk of inheritance, and I said, you know what? This is time to indulge, and indulge in not a bad way, a real positive way for me.
Excellent. So the other side of it is we pride ourselves on a good cup of coffee, but we also pride ourselves on the cup that you put it in. Are you a mug collector?
Absolutely.
What was the first mug you got from Death Wish Coffee?
Like I said, it was just the first year mug. It was just very generic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And now I'm more selective.
Oh, me too. Trust me. After my wife and I filled an entire cupboard, we're like, okay, we got to be a little selective about this. Do you have a favorite mug in your collection? And I always say it doesn't have to be a Death Wish mug.
Yeah, I have a whole table of them.
Oh, okay.
One of mine is the Nevermore,
Oh, awesome.
only because Poe's my bud.
Yeah, Poe's my bud too.
And like my Grail, one of my Grails, my Mardi Gras.
Awesome.
And then because of the uniqueness and your switch over, the Beaster.
Nice. Very cool.
And for the big mugs, I'm kind of stuck between the Rosie and the Liberty are kind of tied.
I agree. They're
My
both...
NASA's a little big, but I love the design of the NASA too.
Yeah. That one we had to go big. Go big or go home.
Yep.
But yeah, those are all great mugs. I can't wait for some of the ones we got in store to come out. See?
I know the October one's gonna be sweet.
Yeah, we're really excited about all of these. So then that brings me to the final question. You've been a fan of this company for a long time now. You've seen everything we've done, all the merchandise we've come out with. Is there anything we haven't tried that you'd like to see us try?
The only thing that's really like I'd like to see sweatpants that are more like
I like that.
lighter weight. If you can see my buddy Caffeinated Carl here in the background.
I was gonna ask you about your friend.
Yeah, Caffeinated Carl here. He has on just right now some generic Nightmare Before Christmas pants. He really needs some sweatpants.
I agree.
You know, he's got so much gear.
He really does. He's ready to do anything.
Yeah, he's got a Bane costume usually. He's a Halloween prank.
Oh, that's awesome.
know.
That's awesome.
But that I'd like to see because I wasn't into the leggings. More unisex, something lightweight, sleep pants or sweatpants. You know, gathered at the bottom.
Yeah.
The unique thing I've really been pushing for is I want like a large decal for the back of my SUV.
Mm-hmm.
And also the one that goes across the top, the front windshield.
Yep.
I think those would really rock it.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about just putting my stickers across there. I mean, I could almost cover my car with stickers, but I'm not going to.
I hear it. Well, I can comment on both of those. Sweatpants has definitely been something we've talked about here at HQ. I don't know if anything's in the works at the moment, but I can definitely tell you that it will be something that we will be visiting because the leggings were one of those random ideas that we're like, let's see if this works. And we got a lot of people saying the same thing you did, like, oh man, it'd be cool if you just did like a straight sweatpant kind of thing.
Right.
So we're definitely looking into doing something like that in the future. And the same kind of thing with the decal. We did that original decal that's in World's Strongest Coffee with that. And we did a really limited of those because we didn't know how well it was going to do. And it did really well. We've had a lot of people ask us to do it again, either the back or the front one as well. So that's something we're looking towards 2020.
Have you thought about wallets?
No.
I'd like a nice leather wallet with it on.
Oh, I like that. A nice, yeah. I guess you gotta have
And
something.
Also, I gotta say, you need a mug with a tattoo skeleton with a tattoo machine in his hand.
Yeah. We work a lot with different tattoo artists and stuff like that. It's definitely been something we've kicked around to do some sort of thing tattoo-wise, whether it's a mug or something like that. I think that's a great idea. I know you've said that before. We'll keep saying it until it happens for sure.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Stacy, I can't thank you enough for taking time and
Thank
talking
you.
with me. It's always awesome meeting everybody from this amazing community.
Yep. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. So awesome talking with Stacy. Like I said, if you guys would like to be on that segment yourself, just hit me up at Fueled by Deathcast. And yeah, I know, right? Like Caffeinated Carl, he should have just shut up throughout that whole thing. It was annoying. how
Chatty
much he kept
Cathy,
talking.
am I
Yeah,
right?
Chatty Carl.
Chatty Carl.
I saw a lot of you guys asking about a coffee sock. Coffee sock is kind of exactly what it sounds like. You can brew coffee out of it. It's a reusable filter. Is
Yep.
basically
Yeah.
the best way I can explain it. You can find them on Amazon. You can find them pretty much anywhere. They make them in different styles and different dimensions for however you're going to utilize it. But yeah, that's what that is. And once again, thank you guys all for joining the show, for watching the show tonight. We're having a ton of fun. We are giving away a mug on every single platform over on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch. All you got to do is drop a comment. One lucky comment will be picked to win. Facebook and Twitch, we're going to tell you as soon as we sign off and contact you on those platforms. But on YouTube, we're going to say your name live at the very end of the show. And right before the end of the show, we're going to have some new products to show you, some new stuff to talk about. I'm really, really excited. But before we get into that, I did want to mention it's October.
It's October.
Do you guys like this time of year? We live in upstate New York, so October is like the most fun time of year because it's not hot, it's not cold, it's pretty because all the leaves are changing. Are you a fan of fall?
Oh yeah, my birthday's in a few weeks, so
okay, everybody
basically
mark it on your calendars.
I take the full month. I have a birthday month going on, so I love fall. I love living in upstate New York because, like you said, just the colors. I feel like everyone's disposition kind of changed. People are just getting ready for winter. They're taking in like those last deep breaths of summer. But like right now, it's been twilight for like I feel like from 4:30 to about 7. It's this fun misty twilight. It's been like rainy all day, and we have this huge parking lot. And when I was going in my car before, there's like this huge fog bank kind of rolled through. Like I was a little scared, but like the good kind of scared. And upstate New York is so cool. Like we have like Saratoga. They do a ghost tour. I don't know if have you done it?
Yes, I have. And Saratoga is known for its hauntings. We do have some pretty haunted spots there.
The hotel.
I mean, for those of you who don't know, Saratoga Springs basically came into prominence in the late 1700s after the war.
The most haunted time, some may say.
Yeah, and after that, into the 1800s and then the early 1900s, it was a hub of gambling and rich decadence, and a lot of the mob came in here. So there was a lot of shady dealings, a lot of murder, a lot of crazy stuff happening. So there is some fun stuff, to be able to see. In fact, over on YouTube, I see Creator Fundamentals saying the Adelphi. The Adelphi Hotel is one of the
that's the one I was
haunted hotels. It really is. It's they just redid it, but it's still you can get pretty spooky in there.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, living up here, just all the like Troy, Albany, Saratoga, all these old buildings right now, really, I feel like look the most beautiful in the autumn, in the October month.
Yeah.
Yep.
I gotta ask, are you a Halloween fan?
Hell yeah, I'm a Halloween. Yeah.
I knew it. I knew she was.
This
We've already been talking about Halloween.
This was a setup. Can I give a little teaser about Halloween?
You totally can. She's
man.
gonna break something right now. You guys want to hear it?
We're having this huge Halloween show. Everyone better be tuning in. We're pulling out all the stops for it. We're gonna do a bunch of fun games and trivia, and there obviously will be costumes.
Basically, we realized that we do the show every single Wednesday night, and this year, the night before Halloween is Wednesday.
Yeah.
October 30th is a Wednesday. So we're going to pull out all the stops, and we're going to do a live show that's going to break the mold and maybe the cameras. We're going to do we have so many fun ideas that we have to get together in this month. And so definitely mark your calendars. October 30th is going to be a really fun show because obviously Shannon will be back.
Yeah.
You're going to be a part of it.
Yep.
I think we're going to
some other special guest stars.
I think we're going to rope in some other people from HQ in the production floor, and we're going to do a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah, and we're going to have some giveaways, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
What about you? What is your favorite part about October?
Definitely
Pumpkins.
Halloween.
Okay.
Definitely. It's just the feeling about it. I've probably said this a million times on the show. I'm a huge Edgar Allan Poe fan.
Sure.
I'm a huge fan of macabre and that kind of thing. And so this time of year,
I've been listening to a lot of lore the past week.
Yeah, it's a ton of that everywhere. I love scary movies. I love, just the whole aesthetic of it. I love dressing up.
Yeah.
Okay, put you on the spot. Favorite Halloween costume from your childhood? Go.
My favorite Halloween costume from my childhood was I had a pretty badass, it's classic. I had a badass witch costume that I had glitter spray, and then I sprayed it, and then there was the hat, and then there was the fishnet stockings and the black boots. So that was, all right. But then my mom this one year made me poison ivy, where I had like a green dress, and we hot glued a bunch of leaves on it, and we took like baby powder and like green food dye, so it looked like poison ivy dust. I don't know, but that got me first place in the St. Martin of Tours Halloween contest.
That's amazing.
So that was a pretty good one, yeah.
That's amazing. My favorite Halloween costume as a kid was I wanted to be a gravestone because it was weird, and I'm a weird dude. And so my dad helped me make a gravestone out of cardboard, and it was awesome. I had the armholes on it and the head coming out of a gravestone. It said like R.I.P. Jeff on it or whatever, you know. But we made it so it fit me great, but it came to about my knees, so I had to waddle from door to door, and I fell over a couple times, and it was the worst. And
oh man, do you have pictures of that?
Yeah, somewhere.
Oh, we should maybe for Halloween we all bring in our best pictures of us as kids.
Well, I was going to bring up, we are going to be doing something very soon. Follow the newsletter, deathwishcoffee.com. Give it, put in your email and get that newsletter, because I believe in an upcoming issue of The Scoop, we are going to be asking for your Halloween ideas, because not only do we want to see your Halloween costumes from Halloween's past, you can hashtag DeathWishCoffee and Halloween, or Deathwish Halloween. And but we also are thinking about maybe having you guys dictate what we're going to be for Halloween. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not committing to that. I have some really stellar ideas.
Well,
and you can't
I'll tell you this:
me.
on October 30th, we've already got what we got picked out. We're gonna be dressed up. We're gonna have that incredible show. It's gonna be amazing, and I can't wait for it.
So excited.
Yeah, so excited. But we have a bunch of fun shows in between then of all of October, including a bunch of fun podcasts. A bunch of amazing people I got to talk to this month. And we're kicking it off with another employee episode. And I'm really excited. I love doing employee episodes because I learn more about my coworkers. These people that I see every single day. And sometimes I really don't know what they do day to day, and that's not a knock on them. I'm sequestered on my computer just like they are on theirs, and a lot of times I just don't know the ins and outs of their day, and it's really cool to sit down and talk with them. So this week, I sat down with Dave Ratzer. Dave joined the team here at Death Wish a little less than a year ago, and he is part of our sales division. Dave and Eric Donovan. That's our sales division. Yeah. That's it. And Dave has been integral in bringing us in front of so many more people. All of you people, when you see our coffee on a shelf in a store, it's directly because of the hard work that Dave puts in, and a little hard work that Eric puts in, but directly because of Dave. And it was really awesome to hear his journey through life into his career. He went to school for music business and got into sales kind of tangentially, and then came to work for us at Death Wish, and we couldn't be happier. And this episode comes out everywhere tomorrow, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and in full video on YouTube. But I have a very sneak peek of my interview with Dave right here.
Hi, this is Mike Brown, owner of Death Wish Coffee Company. Welcome to Fueled by Deathcast.
I love Jeff, but sweet and hot. Whoop, Mr. Motorama Coffee Spot.
Death Wish Coffee presents Fueled by Deathcast, the world's strongest podcast. Get ready, the show's about to begin.
So can you talk a little bit about, now being here for 10 months, can you talk a little bit about what your role is here at the company and kind of like what you do?
Yeah, definitely. It's really a team effort between Eric and myself. Mm-hmm. We do a lot of the same things. Our goal is to have our products on the shelves of as many grocery stores and retail locations as we can. However people want to buy coffee, we want to make sure it's available to them. If you prefer to buy online, awesome. If you prefer to buy it when you're buying your groceries, that's what we're working on. So Eric and I are a really good team. I love working with him. He's a great leader, very motivating guy. He handles the big picture, decision-making, negotiating kind of stuff. If there's like an administrative duty that usually falls to me, I handle the systems that we use for selling, the overall kind of operation of it. These are words that usually apply to a much larger sales force, and it's just the two of us.
Just the two of you. And that's crazy to think about, too. So many people think, company-wide, when they see the success that Deathwish has had, think that we're 500 people strong, and we haven't never even hit that 50 people mark yet. And when you talk about wholesale, it's just you and Eric.
Yeah, I lack a certain perspective on what comparable companies have as far as staff. But the few trade shows I've done where a competing coffee company will come up and just talk to us, and they're usually really cool. And they ask, what's your sales team comprised of? And we're like, you're looking at it. It's me and Eric. And they're like, how is that possible? And the reason that it's possible is that the whole company started and grew so much before we even considered doing retail.
Right.
And I say this all the time, that like Eric and I are just managing this growth we're experiencing. We're riding the wave of everyone's work before.
Yeah.
Eric is one of them, of course. But all the production guys, all the people in logistics, I mean, they're working their ass off to get product out. We're just making sure everything goes smoothly as possible. So it really is a team effort. What the company did before I got here is why this little division of ours is succeeding so much.
When you started in the wholesale division, when we create this wholesale division, we put Eric in charge of it, and we hire you on, and now we got two killers in this division. At that moment, we probably were in locally a handful of stores, a couple small wholesale things that we've set up with various people that had contacted us in the past, and so maybe
beginning of 2018, we were in 500 stores.
I was going to say 400 or 500 stores, and now that number is approaching 10,000.
Yeah, buddy.
Is that, again, you said you don't have the perspective to do that, but you've been there throughout that entire growth. Is it scary at all to you? In it, I mean?
I don't know, man. That's a tough question. I never thought about it. I haven't been
Good.
I haven't been scared yet.
Good.
Because the support staff is so strong here. Like, our marketing team is made up of geniuses. And I know, like, if we need help in any way, like if a store is struggling, they're going to jump in and put all their resources into making sure we succeed. I think our product is so good and our staff is so smart. There's nothing to worry about. There really isn't.
So cool talking with Dave. Seriously, you guys got to tune into that episode tomorrow. It's available everywhere podcasts are found: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Music, iHeartRadio, wherever it is. That usually hits around 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then it lives forever on the internet. And then also on full video and video clips on the Deathwish Coffee Company YouTube page. And yeah, we talk about so many cool things. Dave's a musician.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I did know that. Actually, I sit across from Dave. That's not Dave in the comments. It's
what, Dave in the Dave that's in the comments on Facebook?
that,
no, there's many Daves out there. Dave is depraved cannot be Dave Ratzer. There's no way.
I really didn't know
that's Dave Ratzer.
I know very little about Dave Ratzer.
I do gotta say,
watch this video.
I do gotta say, a lot of people asked about the mug Dave was using. That is one of our.
Oh yeah.
That's one of our amazing cupping mugs that we use when we're trying new beans and and stuff like that. Deneen made those for us specifically, and we do mad science with that. It's pretty, it's pretty great. You just asked where those yellow mugs went. We're still giving them away at the end of this show. I just got them out of the way because we got some stuff to talk about, and you guys want to know about all this stuff as well. I know, it's coming, it's coming. First up. I don't know if you guys know, because I didn't know until I saw someone say it in the comments, that
Today's the day.
Today is the beginning of the season of hockey.
Woo!
And I don't know about you, but I don't give a fuck about hockey.
Oh, let's go Islanders.
Do you only like the Islanders because you're from the island that is
Oh, no.
long? Or
I mean, it's a great name. They have a lot of heart. Islanders fan, we go hard. We, give it 100%. And I don't have a family member who works for them, so I have to be an Islanders fan. But yeah, no, hell yeah, go Islanders.
all right,
If
go
you had
Islanders.
who would be your team?
If I would, okay.
Islanders. All right, you're an Islanders fan. This is great.
No,
This is
I would
great.
have to go. I would have to go with Buffalo just because
You like to lose?
I love to lose. I'm a
All right,
Bills
fair
fan.
enough.
Come on. Come on. Of course I
I
like
don't
to
want to
lose.
upset any Bills fans.
It's okay. We know. Boy, I love losing Super Bowls. That's what it stands for.
Oh,
we
damn.
understand. But anyway,
Anyway,
it is
it's
hockey.
hockey night.
It is hockey season, so there's no better time to tell you guys that we're re-releasing our hockey jersey. You might have seen it already because we've shown it a couple times. And we've got mug cam, but now it's going to be hockey jersey cam. Now, let's see. You're going to have to go that way, I think. No, we'll see. All right, here we go. Hockey jersey cam. Oh, it's Chelsea cam. There we go. Look at that thing. Look at how beautiful it is. This is the same kind of jersey that we came out with before. It is an official NHL jersey. So, it's, meant to be bigger. So you can put your pads under and everything. It's got our DW logo plus the Death Wish Coffee logo on there. And then on the sleeves and on the back, it's got the number 12 because that is the year that Death Wish started. And I'm going to let Chelsea come back down here right now, and we can bring that over. That's we got a new 2-camera system. We're working on this
I think
now.
that went pretty seamlessly.
And so basically, if you missed the release last time, we did a very limited release,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, those things.
And they went
flew.
like that, and then everybody was like, I really love that jersey. I wish you'd do it again. So we're doing it again. This is a completely different style, and it's coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow, guys, this comes out. So at a, normal email
Yep.
time from Death Wish Coffee on a Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This will be available on the website. I'm going to tell you right now, it's very limited. There's only a couple hundred of these, okay? Because we know that, there's a very limited amount of people out there who want these. It is a very high price point. If you're a hockey fan, you know that a hockey jersey costs a lot of money, especially with your favorite team on it. Especially with your favorite team on it. So this is going to be the same price point as last time, $139.99. And they run big because they are official jerseys. They're meant to have your pads underneath them. So when you see that the size only goes up to 2XL,
It's going to be like almost a 3.5, 4XL.
Speak on that for a minute. I'm going to put this one on.
Yeah. And, if you're out there, you have, your front chest armor, you have your stuff on your arms. So you got, the stuff you don't want to get hurt. And, the thing is, it is a durable, piece of merchandise. It's going to last. What size is that, Jeff? Do you know?
Small.
That's a small?
This is a small on me.
Look how much room you got.
A lot of room.
Yeah.
This is like an extra large.
What do you normally wear?
For a shirt, a small or a medium?
Small or medium. But, look at all this.
This is a small.
So, yeah, I mean, it's going to run big, but at the same time, too, it's going to last you. Yeah, it's a high price point, but again, it's, a limited release. It's a quality product. It's gorgeous. We put a lot of work into this one, so I'm really proud of it.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to look so good on the rink.
So a 2XL is technically, let's say, a 5XL in like a shirt. And if you do buy this or you bought our previous jersey, you are already drafted onto our hockey team, which premieres in the NHL. Never. We're not going to ever have a hockey team.
We got a lot of heart.
We have a lot of heart. We're like the
ourselves.
Mighty Ducks of coffee is what we are.
It's a ragtag bunch
Quack.
of nobodies.
Quack. 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 Okay. All right.
They would know.
They would know. So we're really excited once again that is coming out tomorrow. There'll be a size chart on the site along with it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit up customer service. These will go very quickly, so if you do want one, make sure you are online 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The other thing, which we learned last time, because they're limited quantity, we're limiting 2 per customer.
Yeah.
Okay? So you can buy one and one for your friend or one for you and your enemy, and then you guys can go out on the ice and fight each other and then videotape it and send it to me, and I'll play it on the show, and it'll be amazing. Right?
No, don't do that.
Yes, do that.
No, violence in the name of hockey.
Violence in the name of Death Wish. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like it.
Peace and love.
All right.
But yeah,
So-
cheaper customer. 'Cause
Yeah.
we want to spread the love. We want everyone to have it. We don't want these things sitting around in your living room. We want this out. We want people to see it. We want people to get excited. And then the more hype we get, maybe the bigger quantity we make next go around. So I'm so excited about this. Honestly, I think this is one of my favorite products that we've made all year.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
And we'll keep trying stuff and seeing if it works. And I've seen you guys say, do football jerseys, do baseball jerseys, do that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's all on the table. We'll make that happen. We're gonna try. We're definitely gonna try. Next up, if you guys missed it last week, we're gonna be talking about this every week until the release. We're really excited about it. It's our brand new mug for Halloween that's coming out.
Baby.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And this video I made with the help of the voice of death himself, Brock Powell, playing the 2 title characters, and I'm so proud of it. So here it is again.
Diary of Dr. Henry Jekyll, October 19th, 1886. In each of us, 2 natures are at war. The good and the evil. All our lives, the fight goes on between them. One of them must conquer. But in our own hands lies the power to choose what we want to be, what we want most to be. We are.
Man is not truly one, but truly 2.
No. Please, God. No!
I had so much fun making that video with Brock. Brock killed it by playing Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and I shot all of that on my bookshelf at home and then made all of the music on my violin and my piano and on random sounds I found on the internet.
It's incredible.
And stuff like that. Again, follow Brock Powell across all social media at brockfox.com. He's an incredible voice actor, and we're so lucky that he loves us so much.
I know.
And we're really excited about this mug coming out. It's the first time we've ever had a double-sided mug. Do you want to model a mug in mug cam?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you the mug that we just saw, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
light the shit out of this.
I'm gonna go to mug cam. You might have to come up hot. I don't know. We'll see. We're working this out as we go. Here's mug cam. All right. You can even come in even closer if you want. Really show them, yeah. So there's that glaze. It's absolutely amazing. The purple and green, and as you can see, the one side. Can you even get in even closer?
I have to go around the table.
You could.
Going for it.
You're going for it. Will it focus? Will it focus? There it is. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. So this is the actual mug that'll be coming out in a few weeks for our Halloween mug release. But do you guys know that we do golden tickets? Well, we do. And if you haven't seen it yet, that is the golden ticket color of the Halloween mug. Now, I'm going to walk you through as Chelsea is modeling this mug. I feel like we're on QVC. As you're modeling this mug, this golden ticket glaze is only available on about 20 mugs that you will randomly get. You can see there's only 4,000 of these mugs made. That's it. But about 20 of them will have this glaze. And next week is Golden Ticket Day. And on that day, every single purchase made at deathwishcoffee.com will have a chance to be randomly selected to receive this mug with that purchase. So if you purchase a bag of coffee, or you purchase a bag or a patch or a pin or whatever's on there, a hat, a shirt, you might get this mug as well. But every single purchase on that Golden Ticket Day will receive a patch of the medallion in their order, and that's really rad as well. All right, Chelsea, you can come on back, and we did the mug cam, and we're back.
Exciting.
That was exciting.
I like mug cam.
I do too.
I thought I'd be afraid of it. Not afraid of mug cam anymore.
Look, guys, this is how you run a multi-camera show without a camera person, okay?
Sometimes you gotta run around people.
We're doing our best as two hosts without any camera people.
I think it's endearing.
But yeah, so that mug, the black and red mug that looks like the Fires of Hell there,
Yeah.
that will be the Golden Ticket mug that will be coming out on a day next week. Go to deathwishcoffee.com, subscribe to our email list. You'll know as soon as it happens. It might be on a day ending in Y.
Wow. Good insider tip. Write it down.
It might be Tuesday. It just might be. It might be that day. And any purchase made on that day at deathwishcoffee.com has a chance to win that mug and get a free patch. And we're so excited about this mug release. It's our Halloween mug release. It's the first time we've ever done the dual-sided thing.
Medallion,
so if you're feeling like Mr. Hyde or you're feeling like Dr. Jekyll, you know, I can't wait to have one of my very, very own, for sure. Now, before we sign off for the night, I have something to show you that's coming soon. Now, you might have seen this again if you watch our lives on Friday on Facebook, now on Twitch and YouTube as well, where we... If you don't know, I'm going to just put this up right now. Boom. deathwishcoffee.com/contest. That's where all of our contests live. We give away free coffee for a month every single week. We give away free cold brew. We do a lot of fun free stuff with random things. And right now, we have a contest going with a ton of Halloween merchandise.
Yes, we do.
You have the chance to win not only the actual Halloween mug, but also the Golden Ticket mug, plus the patch, plus I think some coffee, and this brand new hoodie that's coming very, very soon. And it's right over there.
Want it?
Yeah. We're gonna go to the Chelsea cam again, kind of like the Jersey cam before. And we're okay. So are you ready?
Yes.
Blam! Look at that. It is our Ouija board Death Wish Coffee hoodie. We're so excited about this. Basically, we've had this idea kicking around for the last couple years, and we didn't know if we wanted to make a mug. We didn't know if we wanted to do like a sticker set. We didn't really know what we wanted to do with it, so we decided this year to make it on a lightweight zip-down hoodie. This is the back of the hoodie. Will coffee make me a better person today? It's got that hood on it, and you can turn it around real quick and show that it's got that planchet right on the front, the Death Wish Coffee Company planchet right there. And like I said, it's a nice lightweight hoodie, so you can wear it in the fall. You can even wear it in like the spring or the summer, depending on, you know, where you live. If you're in Florida, you probably don't want this. Although it does get cold. It does get cold at night in Florida. Yeah. If you're on the equator, you might not want this. But this is going to be coming out. Yeah, see? What size is that? That's a large? It's large on you.
Yes, and it's large on me.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's...
Here, I'm going to go out to the wide shot so people can see you. Come over here. Come here. There you are. There she is. There she is. Look at that thing.
Yeah, so it's a little big. Dude, it's soft, though.
It's super soft. We're so excited. So, that contest is live right meow. You can go on over to this URL right here, deathwishcoffee.com/contest. You can enter all of our contests every single day. There are multiple ways to enter, multiple ways to get entries in there.
It's mug, hoodie? No.
Mug, hoodie, patch, I think coffee, and
it's a lot.
Something sweet. something very, very sweet that you haven't seen yet, that you're going to see very soon. We don't have it to show you tonight, but it is sweet, and it is awesome, and it might be... I might have a bone to pick with it. I just might.
I have no pun to follow
She
that.
really wanted to follow it with something.
But I don't want to tip my. I don't want to let
Just don't.
anything out of the closet.
Look, there,
that was
that
nothing.
was it.
That was nothing.
We're gonna show it very soon. We don't have it tonight, but we did get to see the mugs. You did get to see the hoodie and the hockey jersey that's coming out tomorrow. We're going to sign off in just a second and pick a winner for the Witch mug over on Facebook and on Twitch. Again, if you're on Twitch, make sure you look for your whispers as I announce the winner over there. But Facebook, it's normal like always. On YouTube, I can't contact you right after this as well. So we picked a winner right before we came back, and that winner is Brandon Amacker. Brandon Amacker, you are the winner of the mug tonight.
Good job.
Hit us up either at Death Wish Coffee on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, or at Fueled by Deathcast, and give us your name, your actual name. If that's not your actual name, your name and your address, and we'll send the mug right out to you. Otherwise, stay tuned on Facebook and Twitch. Thank you guys so much for joining the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for filling in.
Thank you, Jeff.
It was super fun, even though you were sick. I'm so glad that you took one and you did it. Because I don't like being alone.
This show healed me a little bit. I'm more clearer. I'm speaking more clearly.
Clearly. Okay,
right.
we're done.
Good
Our
night.
brains are over. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.